Maaf, Pak. Apakah saya ada berbuat suatu kesalahan?
Iya, mayoritas dari kalian belum menonton video terbarunya Miki.
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the...
Jadi kalian harus menonton video ini. Let's be honest, most of us haven't played The Last of Us video game because that way we have confidence on crapping on it. Anyway, The Last of Us video game is probably one of the greatest game of all time, mainly because it fits Westerners' political agenda. I mean, I don't find the story to be amusing because us Indonesians, we cannot relate to a liberal girl who always gets depressed all the time. We can only relate to European colonizer who used to be addicted to fine spices like heck. The only good thing from the game is the gameplay mechanic, but going back to the topic, basically The Last of Us video game, despite many people claiming to be great, I don't. So, of course, when it was announced that HBO is going to produce the live-action version of The Last of Us, I have no hope, especially with the inevitable disease of the video game adaptation curse. I mean, you've seen it in recent years with very rotten Tomatoes like Uncharted, the two Resident Evils, or Halo, which, thank God, I stopped watching that shithole in episode 4.
Yeah, it feels like such a disservice. You have this awesome source material, and you're just like, you know what? That was cool and all, but what if Master Chief just banged an alien?
Obviously, there are exceptions like Sonic and Arcane, which is unironically a series about a blue-haired depressed fuck, but it's actually good. So other than that, I have no hope. Then the first episode of HBO's The Last of Us came out, and well, they make a lot of major changes in the series, and it ended up being very good, even better than the game. One of the major changes is the main characters from the game, Joel and Ellie. In the game, Joel and Ellie are just two depressed characters that have no other emotions except that Ellie can either be depressed or horny. Oh my god. So both characters in the game, I just can't sympathize or understand them, and that's what I don't like mostly from the game. Now, in the series, because it's live action, the characters have to express real human emotions, and oh boy, it did not disappoint me a little. Joel is a badass, fierce, something man. There's one time where he cries because his daughter died, but he doesn't just give up that easily. He's still doing business even after 20 years. Sure, he never gets cocky or smiles, but when he have the chance to do anything like a mission or talking to Ellie, he accepts them. Now on Ellie, she is the exact opposite from the game.
5, 6, 7, 8. Fuck you.
She is like an average 14-year-old American because that's what Ellie is supposed to be in the real world. You know, energetic, swearing. Even other characters are more fleshed out. They have actual personalities that makes you like them. And this really makes me think. It's a lot easier to take a mediocre story and make it better, which is something that HBO's The Last of Us did. It's reversing the video game adaptation curse, and of course, credit to where you do, Craig Mazin knows that the series needs to be enjoyed by everyone, even those who didn't like the game like me. So if you haven't watched the series yet, then give it a go. The storytelling is beautiful, although the only minus thing is that the CGI in daylight can be a bit irritating, but it still gives ambiances. And also, I don't recommend watching episode 3 if you don't have time because it's just a filler episode. It didn't have any crucial plot. It's also boring because mostly I was in the midst of watching Japanese Squid Game season 2. Good show, by the way. And also, it accurately depicts Indonesia's capital, Jakarta. So yeah, big W for HBO after you know what comes out before.
So the show starts with a bunch of high school girls showering. This is a lot for a while.